know there's a whole book in the Bible which focuses on the theme of meaninglessness? At one point, the author is looking back over his life and he writes this: "Yet when I had surveyed all that my hands had done and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind. Nothing was gained under the sun." How many of us can sometimes echo those sentiments? What is life all about? Does it have any purpose? There's a story told about an elderly man who was meditating down by a river. One morning he saw a scorpion floating on the water. When the scorpion drifted near to the old man, he reached out to rescue it, but he was stung by the scorpion. A bit later, he tried again. Same result, he was stung again. The bite swelling on his hand, giving him a lot of pain. Now there was a man passing by, and he saw what was happening and yelled at this old fella, "Hey, old man, what's wrong with you? Only a fool would risk his life for the sake of an ugly, evil creature like that. Don't you know that you could kill yourself trying to save that ungrateful scorpion?" Well, the old man calmly replied, "My friend, just because it's the scorpion's nature to sting, that doesn't change my nature to help." That is the nature too of a follower of Jesus, to be involved in God's saving work in the world. Christians, like everyone else, can go through times of meaninglessness, depression, a lack of purpose. But what we can do is keep remembering that we do indeed have a purpose. From making a difference to family and friends, to doing so in the wider world. We're invited to join with God as He seeks to put this broken world and broken lives back together again. Hospitals, hospices, orphanages, education for all, and much more all have their roots in Christians being moved to see God's way of running the world actually happening in the here and in the now. It's really not pie in the sky when you die. It's living with a purpose with God in the here and in the now. And so the local church, the Jesus movement here in the valley, is so important because we are partners in various ways. For example, with Christians Against Poverty, with the food bank, out in Africa with Mamusi, with Kids Club Kampala and Riziki. And we're right there offering support to anyone who needs it locally here during this pandemic. So here's the crux of it. Knowing that we're unconditionally loved by God, knowing who we are, it means our lives have purpose. To work with the God who loves us, to see the life of heaven coming to earth. And it starts with our own families, with our partners, with our parents, with our brothers and sisters, and it expands to the whole of creation. A follower of Jesus then is someone who chooses to work with God to see this broken world put back together again. I wonder, is He asking you to get involved in that same thing too?